1 year in the bag. Let's toast to our 1 year. 1 year in the bag.
1 year.
Hey, let them see the zero so they don't get it twisted. Here go my zero. Don't get it twisted.
Your zero.
That zero tastes nice, boy. Don't get it wrong, man.
I got a question for all y'all, man. We've been sitting here. We've been here for a few months, or some would say, 12 months, a year. How do y'all feel about the podcast, man? Did y'all feel like, what do y'all feel like we got to? Did we accomplish our goal? Y'all like the growth that we had over the years? What do y'all feel about what's going on with the podcast? Talk to me.
I think. Oh, I always start. I always be going.
Go ahead.
I just want to go first. I'm sorry.
These clowns scared.
Okay, but I think growth is good, and we've had that from where it started. We was on the phone. We was recording it. Now we live. Everybody can see us because we so cute. I feel like we have talked about everything from one end to another. So from the all the way righteous to the all the way ratchet and everything in between. So I feel like it's really well rounded. So like, some people, they might be interested in this piece of it. So they know, okay, around on this day they doing this, on this day they doing that. So this might be the one I want to tune in. I think that everybody should watch all of it all the time. However, I do understand that, some people not into certain stuff, but I think we're doing a damn good job.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. What would you give yourself on the ratings of what would you grade yourself as on the podcast?
I'm the best reader on this side of the world.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Definitely. No accent, no nothing, just straight through.
Right.
Who else up here? Don't all get quiet, man. We ain't gonna pass the baton around. Everybody just fit in where you fit in.
Just like Lola said, we was on the phone at first, now you see our beautiful melanin faces, and we have, like Drew said, we talk about everything. We talk about stuff that's controversial, not controversial, crazy stuff that people do. I think we're a well-rounded crowd. Yes.
Yeah, I echo that too. Lola, Sherry, I echo that. From starting from phone and now, being on the video, it just forced me to have a haircut every week when I was on. Forced me to come on here look like George Jefferson. But we share laughs, man, and talk about serious topics, and we reached out to a lot of people. So 1 year strong and many more to come. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
just know that this is all love right here. No matter what you hear, what you see, it's love. 100% family right here. AGP in full effect.
Definitely.
Gunshot. Yo, so definitely. So listen, for me, the show has grown very well. Like I said, I know Shawn. I know the hard work that he has put into this. Just like he said, sleepless nights, and just trying to figure stuff out. And for me at least, we come and do the easy part. Just to come in and talk and spread. But there's a lot of, I know, just talking to you, just to let you know that we all appreciate you. We just know the work that you have put in, and just to get it to this point, like we point out that from the phones and recording to we recorded and got to re-record again and be like, man, this ain't right, man. We got to do this again, man.
That was the same thing that I said.
this ain't right, So I'm pretty sure he probably got a lot of stuff in his collection that we ain't put out, So
I got some stuff with people that didn't make it, and they very upset with me. Some of them. ain't never talked to me again since. They ain't heard themselves out, but it didn't sound good.
But like you said, we have a diverse group. Everybody on the panel brings their own flavor, their own little thing to the show they add, and I think nobody's alike. Everybody has their own opinion. I know for each time we come, we don't know which one of us is gonna say. For me, I might try to sugarcoat stuff a little bit, and y'all might be like,
a little bit.
You might.
I'm learning, I'm coming around to where I'm starting to, just speak my mind, you know what I mean? So as far as that, I've come around to that a little bit, to where I mean, like, yeah, I'm gonna speak my mind more. So that it has helped me in that aspect. And like I said, I might give myself a C plus. I think there's a lot of room for me to grow, and like I said, I think the show is going to do even better and greater things in the future. I think this is just the start, and like I said, the work that's been putting in, hopefully this, it takes off real well. And like I said, I really do feel like this is a good show. People that have seen it, they think it's a good show. It's a diverse panel, and I hear nothing but good feedback. And but like I said, there's always room for improvement, because the minute we get comfortable is the minute we start to fail. So it's good. So that's my input on it. So yeah,
definitely. Who else? We got T and Short Miss next.
Yeah, I would agree with everybody. The way we can really truly grade it is none of us are, like really, this isn't a job, you know what I mean? But yet we show up twice a week, 3 times a week at one point, not just us, our fans, the people who are following us, our extended family, you know what I mean? They tune in, they engage with us, they're not just watching, they actually talk, they're able to call in, like it's come so far from where we started, and of course we're not where we want to be because we got aspirations, you know what I mean? But I think each one of us definitely gives it what it needs to maintain it. The different topics, different personalities, different beliefs, different backgrounds. It's so diverse. And even the people tuning in. So I think we're gonna go very, very, very far. This is just the beginning, a year, and look how far we've grew in a year. Just imagine. Where the future takes us. I've learned I think I've grown on it a lot, from someone who's never really did like public speaking like that. I was real nervous in the beginning, even on the phone, I was nervous with the camera, we live, what if I gotta do something, like this is, it's not as easy as people,
and you don't know.
You don't know, you know what I mean? What if your stomach start bubbling? Like y'all don't understand. Like this is not, I know we might make it seem easy, but this isn't, and we sit here, each one of us, sometimes 3 hours with y'all, talking, it's great. I really, really enjoyed it. I never would have thought that I'd be doing this, you know what I mean? So I definitely want to thank Shawn for giving me the opportunity, and again, look forward to where we going in the future.
Hopefully to the moon.
Yeah.
And back.
Yeah. OG. Anderson Cooper. No, I'm just...
Hey, let's not start that now. Let's not start that. Now, I mean, you guys are all wonderful people, man. It's been a blessing just to be here with you guys. I mean, when Shawn first talking about this, it was like kind of like a guest thing, like I'm maybe show up, do a session, come back in a few months, maybe do another session. No idea what happened, but here I am. It's been wonderful. It's been a blessing. I give myself a strong C. Try to go to C plus, strong C. But really though, people out there that's watching, it is not easy to get up here and talk to everyone. I mean, you're live, so anything you say is captured live. You're not edited. You can't stop and edit. So when we were just recording, it was okay. You can edit post
stuff. Yeah, people say crazy stuff.
Right, post recording, you can bleep somebody out. You can edit some stuff. But when you're live, I mean, it's just you raw, uncut, unfiltered. So, and yes, we have to think on the fly. So sometimes what we say may not come out as eloquent as you may like it to come out. May not be as smooth as you would have said it yourself. So just that whole thing. I mean, it's a lot of growth. Really, just coming up here with everybody and just talking, exchanging ideas. And it's for the culture. Regardless, what I mean. It's for the culture. Everybody from a different background bring a different flavor to the table. Different opinions. And I think different opinions is what make us all better, because we can all get to think about what everyone else thinks. We can think about your thoughts and examine them and disagree or agree. We know where you stand and we can learn something from it if we want to learn from it. So right. I mean, people think because you don't learn if you don't agree with the person. No, you learn from whether you agree or disagree. You learn every time. So yeah, no, it's been a wonderful experience, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this year and beyond to see what we can do. Listen, we don't have the follow maybe that we would like at the moment, but I think just overall, if people would come on and watch us, they would see the depth that we bring and would stick around. That's how I feel.
And I gave myself a C+ because I remember when I used to just say the answer and just be like this. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. You definitely a lot of growth.
Because I used to be like no, and that's it.
Like I didn't even grade myself. I give myself a D+. I
started at D-, and I'm up to a strong C now.
No, I'm giving myself a lot of runway. You know what I mean?
What about you, Lola? You didn't give yourself a grade either.
You gotta be at least a B-. Come on, Lo. Lo's an A+.
Look at myself.
Say A+.
I'll go with a C+.
I seen growth from everybody, man. When I first thought about doing the podcast, it's been years that I first only told a few people that I was kind of, I'm a naturally shy person. A lot of people don't know that, I guess, because of my demeanor. But so only a few people actually know I wanted to do a podcast, and I didn't share it with a lot of people because, that's just the person I am. So it's like with me, I'm not one of those guys that need to drink or smoke to turn myself into someone else. I can turn on a different person. I can turn on from being me in the corner, me being the loud guy that you see in the club on the mic, talking, screaming, and yelling. When I choose to off and on, I can just do that automatically. I don't need to drink. I don't need to be boots by a couple of guys in the club. I don't need to smoke. I don't need to do any of that to get to the point that I need to get to. So it wasn't I guess the hardest part was convincing myself to do something that I didn't know if I could make work. So that's what took so long for me to actually do it. I didn't know if I could make it actually work. And when I was sitting home a lot of times saying that I'm going to do it, I just didn't do it. And I remember talking to Kerry. I remember talking to White Boy Jay. And these are guys that I know for a while. And I'm telling them that I'm going to do a podcast. And Kerry used to be like, yeah, just do it. But Kerry's a dude like, be like, you tell him anything. Yeah, I'm about to jump off this cliff. Yeah, man, let's do it. So White Boy Jay is a kid that I know from in the military. Man, him been cool for years. And he's not even really white. He's mixed, but he looks really white. But we have kept in touch over the years, and I used to tell him I'm gonna start a podcast, and he used to always, yeah, bro, you should do that, bro, cause you this, and bro, is that. One of those dudes that's just straight on. And I just throw it out there to Reza every once in a while, and Reza's like, yeah, that's cool. Not really knowing what's going on. But finally it came around to me telling Demby, and Demby like, yeah, bro, I think that's a good idea, man. I think you should do that. I started telling a couple other people like Bajo and people that I knew, and they started, just telling me, yeah, you should do it, bro. You should do it. You should do it. You should do it. And then a year went by, and I didn't do anything. And then when I decided that I wanted to do it, COVID kicked in, and then I just started seeing a lot of people around me die, and then I just took myself away from social media for a while. There was a point where, if y'all remember, I was gone from social media for at least about 6 months. Everybody was hitting me up like, "Yo, dude, you okay? You all right? Didn't catch the COVID, did you?" And I'm like, "Man, I'm good." Just want to take a break from social media, take a break from seeing all this depressing stuff was happening. Anyway, it lead back to me now gaining a little bit of confidence, decide that I am going to do it. Started the podcast. Uh, I remember the first podcast that we had. I don't know if Razor remember that. We had to re-record the first one that we put out because, we had issues with the volumes. We had issues with it's just so much stuff was going on with. So we had to re-record it, and it actually came out to me better than the first one that we planned, put everything together to actually do. And then me and Demby recorded the second one that we put out. If you remember, my homeboy got killed in Atlanta. He's a DJ in Atlanta. He got killed, and we did a podcast about that and music and stuff. And then we just started moving until we got here. You know, uh, it was a thing of we wasn't necessarily thinking about going video podcast anytime soon, because I was saying like maybe in a year or two we'll finally start doing some video. Then being Razor was like, man, we should go video, we should go video, we should go video. They kept saying we should go video, so I decided, okay, I'm just learning how to use this stuff that you can't see us with. But now I gotta go learn how to use stuff that you can see us with. I remember I was talking to Lola, and Lola was like, "Well, I've seen people do podcasts remotely from different places, and I'm not sure what they use, but I knew what they use, but I just didn't want to do it. So I was just lying to them, telling them that I'm not sure what they use either. But when you look at the podcast, it tells you what they use. I don't know what they use, because I just didn't want to do it. And then it came to a point of, why not? If you're gonna, they say if you're gonna do something, you might as well go all the way out. Go out, Jamaican say go hard and done. So I went and bought the stuff, learned how to use it. I remember when we set it up in my living room around the bar. We sat around there and we couldn't get none of the stuff to work properly. I was like, what the man, I was like, I don't know how these dudes do this stuff. The lighting was crazy. You video something and thought the lighting was good. As soon as you finish and play it back, you like, man, you can't even see us in this. And then, let's come over the years, just checking out other people's podcasts, doing my research. This whole year, I'm not gonna say I'm a master at it now, but I feel like I know what I'm doing. And I feel like to give myself a grade, I give myself a D minus. As the other day when I was talking about grade, I actually was giving myself a F plus, and my homeboy was like, "Nah, man, I think white boy Jay was like, nah, I think you." I thought he was gonna be like, maybe a B. He was like, "Nah, I'll give you a D, a D plus maybe." I'm like, oh man,
it's hard to grade your own self, like.
Yeah, so I told him, I said, if you giving me a D plus, then I know I'm horrible. So I got to bring it down. I'm gonna give me a D minus. So
I think you should give yourself a little.
I think you should bump it up.
Yeah, because
let the people grade us.
Only do you do that part of it, like the background stuff, but you're also the moderator. So that's
you have to know within yourself that you're doing a good job. You let the people decide if it's good or not. But
and your self-taught, like everything that you have done, you taught like all these little pictures and stuff. Sean P does it. All the little pictures that y'all see, that the collages and everything, he does it. So he is self-taught. Because we would have never had a podcast if we was up to. I would be like, "What? I'm not doing that because I don't know
the thing. I'm definitely why I grade myself so low. It's not really because of the work that's been done. Like I'm a person that I watch the podcast over and over again, and I can see where I'm. Like I tell y'all, I'm one of those people. Like I'm a realist. I see when I make mistakes. I see when stuff going on. Like to people that like. I realized stuff from when we first started doing the podcast, how you had to pull people to the side and give them a conversation. So, I've spoken to people that I felt like needed to do more, needed to add more of their personality into it. But I realized that even with just being in the military, you learn that sometimes when you're friends with people, it leaves an opening for you to feel like you can just tell them stuff and they'll accept it when other people are around. You have to realize that, hey, it's easier for you to just pull somebody to the side and say, hey, I think that you should do this, this, and that. And I think they'll take it more naturally than you just telling them in front of everybody. So that's what I started doing. I started, I'd weasel my way into even saying it to them. We're just having a regular conversation. I'd be like, hey, by the way, I think you should do this.
And use your teacher voice.
Yeah. By the way, I think you should do, I think you should do this. Start doing more of this. Start doing more of that.
Just say, Shotman, calm down.
So
no, the thing is, you say, Sharpman, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'd be like, Sharpman, what is wrong with you?
With you, yes.
Then I'm gonna go the exact opposite.
Yeah, so it's one of those things that I feel growth is the reach, and then there's some of us on here that that your personality that it's great. You don't need to do much to your personality, so it makes it easy to not even have to say too much to you, because you realize that, hey, you're doing good, you're doing this, and this is all new to everybody, so nobody is perfect. There's times up here that when I rewatch it, I'd be like, I should have cut that right there before it got to here, or I should have stopped that right there before it got to here. But I wanted to run it as a dialogue. I remember that I changed I don't even know if y'all realize that I changed the course of how the podcast is running. Remember when I first started, I was doing it like an interview type of podcast. So I was moving around questions to everybody, because I didn't want us to be talking over each other and stuff. And then I moved away from that. And I was sitting down saying to myself, if I should tell y'all that's what I was going to do, or should I just try it and see what happened? And I don't even think y'all realized that when it happened, and it went smooth. First night, it just went, I don't think everybody, I think a couple of times people was like, I don't know if I should say nothing yet because he ain't called on me. And I ain't say nothing. I just let it rub. Then somebody will start talking, and you let it, I let it roll like that. But yeah, man, I give myself a D minus. I feel like there's always room to grow. There's a lot of other stuff that we can do. There's a lot of growing to do. And, I'd stopped putting out videos for a while. I'm pretty sure y'all noticed that. I was just letting the live run because I wanted to see the analytics on the live. YouTube gives you analytics. So I really wanted to see the analytics on the live. And plus, I was doing something else in my personal life that I wanted to get done first. And I got most of it done now. So, I'm able to just cut the videos now, do stuff, and do that, and do all these things. But enough of that sob stuff. It's the anniversary. Let's have some fun. Let's talk. Let's party and bull-ish, like Iggy would say. It's 2-2-2-2-2. That's crazy. That day it's 5 2s. 2 2 2 2 2.